Hello everyone, we are going to split this expression into its partial fractions today. So here's step number 1, make sure the fraction is a proper fraction. Now in layman terms, what it means is that the highest power of x in the numerator should always be less than the highest power of x in the denominator. Now once that is done, the next step is to factorize the quadratic expression completely. We will then have x minus 2 and x plus 5. Now in the third step, split the expression into its corresponding partial fractions. Each linear factor that you see here gives you a component of the partial fractions. So since we have two linear factors, we have two components, starting with a over x minus 2, and always put a plus to connect them together, and b over x plus 5. Next, our objective is to find the values of a and b. Now to make the expression more elegant, let's remove the fractions by multiplying this denominator on both sides of the equation. Now if we were to do this, a will be multiplied with x plus 5, while b will be multiplied with x minus 2. The next step, we will substitute convenient values of x, something that works to our advantage. Now we don't want to substitute a huge number here because that will give us a simultaneous equation. The trick here is to substitute a value of x that eliminates the value of a or b. So if we were to substitute x equals to 2, for example, b gets eliminated because it is multiplied with a 0. So a is then equals to 1 after solving this equation. Similarly, let's try to substitute x equals to minus 5 so that we can eliminate the value of a. When we solve this particular equation, we will then have b equals to 2. Now don't forget to substitute the values of a and b back into the partial fractions. Therefore, the partial fractions for the expression is 1 over x minus 2 plus 2 over x plus 5. Now this 5-step technique works almost the same for the two other cases of partial fractions that we have yet to cover, namely denominators that have a repeated linear factor and a quadratic factor that cannot be factorized. Do look out for these videos in the description below, where I will also cover expressions that have improper fractions.